Hey guys, Evan here. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. So guys, Blizzcon is finally over and Blizzard has revealed a ton of information about all the classes in Legion. So in this video we're going to be talking specifically about all the warrior changes and discuss my thoughts on where this could lead for us in the future. So first up is the class halls. So what are class halls? They're exactly what they sound like. A hall where you can go to interact with other members of your class, and it's fashioned to suit all types of warriors. No matter what kind of warrior you are. You could be a brawler, a crazed berserker, or even your most honourable and noble warriors. All are welcome here. So as you guys can see here, some of the class halls have been confirmed, but the warrior one has not been. And there's some speculation into what the warrior class hall could look like. Some have drawn up this picture here. Now, the thing is, there also is a dungeon in Legion that looks something a lot like this. So this may not be what it is, but my hope is that the class halls will look amazing when they do finally come out and do reveal the warrior class halls. But till then, let's just dream with this picture, guys. So what can you do in the class halls? Class halls, you can do many things. You can modify your artifact weapon. You can jump into a new sparring area, which they have, where you can face off versus other members of your class for bragging rights, you know. Oh yeah. You can talk to other fellow warriors to get ideas to help you get better at your class, and obviously there will be a lot of people there, so that will be awesome. There will be members of the other faction which you won't be able to talk to, unfortunately, but you can still spar off against them, which I guess is kind of cool. All in all, you'll feel at home no matter what type of warrior you are, and if you have any problems, you can always leave them in the sparring arena. So next I'm going to talk about the artifact weapons. We're going to talk about the weapon models, the talents you have in each artifact weapon, what types of each weapon, and how you can modify it. So first I'm going to start for arms, and it's called Stormcar the Warbreaker. This is the great sword born to combat by the barbarian warlord King Thorazan, who went on to end the Troll Wars. Now I think this sword is pretty cool looking. So as you can see, the gnome is holding the original weapon, and when you fully finished it and upgraded it, this is what it's going to look like. Now I think it's pretty sweet. Not as cool as the weapon I've got, but pretty sweet. The next one is the Fury weapon, which is the War Swords of Vashidar. They look like one-handed, but Blizzard has confirmed that there will be two-handed versions of this. I think the red versions are buried in the upgraded blue version, but this is Blizzard. The pages asked the keeper Odin betrayed sorceress Hyja, killing her and twisted her spirit into the spectre of Valkar. He forged the twisted swords from the mightiest storm forged Vashidar. So that's what the swords are called, Vajitar, which is pretty actually cool. I like the idea of that. The next one is the prot weapons. Now this is what they look like. I think they're pretty weak. The upgraded versions look a lot better, to be honest. Kind of like a Thundercat going feeling on there. I think it's pretty cool. And they're called Scale of the Earth Warder. And a treacherous shield created from one of the Black Dragon aspects, Netharion the Earth Warder. I'm actually going to show you a scale version of all the weapons now. Now unfortunately Blizzard in their logic decided not to include the arms version of all the weapons, but hey, that's Blizzard for you. Pretty upset about that, but we'll get on with the video. So here's all the Fury ones. As you guys can see, this is the first weapon is the normal weapon, then the next weapon is the scaled up version weapon, and I'm guessing this one in the middle is the PvP version. And these are all of the versions of the weapon, which I think are really cool. That's the Fury weapons. Then the prot weapons look a little bit like this. The middle one is the one you get when you fully upgraded it. I think they're kind of cool in a bit sense. The one on the right looks really cool. Looks like something out of Deathwing. I think that's what they were going for when they made it, if you actually look at it. So maybe that one might be really cool for prot. So next up we're going to talk about the talents. So as you guys can see, they haven't done all the weapons yet. So we're using the Affliction Warlock's weapon as the example. So as you guys can see, the first talent, which is this yellow circle you've got going here, which will say Souls of the Demand, and what it'll do is it will empower the weapon with the Harvester, increasing the shadow damage by 10% and doubling the power of all passive effects of the Harvester. Now what this basically does is it increases as you go along, which you'll see in the next one, which is Unleash the Harvest, which will unleash all the souls from the previous talent and do a shit ton of damage, which is AoE damage I believe, but it's pretty cool like that. That's how the talents progress. Now from what I've been told, the talents will progress on to the next tier. Inherently Unstable. In rank 3 of 3, increase your critical strike chance of your unstable affliction by 8%. So that's buffing the affliction damage, which I think is pretty cool. So by the time you get to the full end of the tree, you will see you've got all things that can help you. And at the top here you can see artifact powers. You can put power into each town, allowing you to effectively do more damage on certain abilities, or you can also make defensive abilities. Arms, you might be able to reduce the damage you take extra on top of die by the sword or something like that. They're my speculations on what might actually happen, but we do not know exactly what the towns are at the moment. So next up is the class changes. Blizzard has said one notable goal for Warriors in Legion was to significantly expand the customizability through towns, especially for Arms and Fury. If there are below core abilities that seem sparse, is to leave room for towns that less than ever before. Wood specs now have 5 rows of core throughout towns, mostly different between Arms and Fury too. A strong mix of active rational abilities, passives, procs, cooldowns, and other interesting effects. You'll find old favourites like Overpower. Yes guys, Overpower is back baby. Heroic Strike, oh yeah, Heroic Strike no more longer dead. And Opportunity Strikes. Opportunity Strikes is where it procced extra damage, kind of like a multi-strike in a sense. Returning classics like Avatar, Dragon Roar and Stormbolt, which I think means they're going to revamp the abilities because they've been kind of outdated. Avatar hasn't been as strong as it could have been. Dragon Roar kind of died for a little while. Stormbolt didn't really die, but hey, maybe it might do more damage. Along with a host of brand new towns, we look forward to seeing combinations that you put together. It means you're going to be able to combine a shit ton of spells to make different types of warriors, which I quite like the idea of. So, what is the things they've changed for warriors? So first up, we already got Overpower, which I think is going to be a talent. Now, here's the baseline abilities for warriors. Mortal Strike, 20 rage, 6 second cooldown, vicious strike that deals strong physical damage and reduces the effectiveness of healing on a target. Basically, there's no change to Mortal Strike, but that's kind of the way Mortal Strike is. Mortal Strike does a shit ton of damage. What else have they done? They made Slam baseline, so yes baby, Slam and Overpower are back. Oh yeah. It now costs 15 rage, which means it's gone up from 10 rage, but it was it was 10 rage then stacked 20 on the talent. Now just 15 rage baseline. Obviously I'm hoping it still stacks, but it might not, causing moderate physical damage. So this is like just your filler basically. Next up we got Colossus Smash, which has a 45 second cooldown. You're thinking, oh shit, 45 seconds, god damn it might be like a cooldown now, but it's actually not. We'll get further down to it, you'll see in a moment. Smash the enemy's armor, dealing physical damage, massive physical damage, and we're going to emphasize on the massive physical damage, which means it's going to be a hard hitting ability, and increases damage you deal to them by 20% for 6 seconds. Now 20% is a lot, but it's going to deal more as you're going to see in a moment. 6 seconds as well, that's pretty cool, I like that. Execute, same as before, no change to execute, just attempt to finish out for physical damage on the target, consuming up to 30 rage to deal a massive amount of damage, usable on all enemies that have less than 20% health. So they have an nerf to execute, which is a good thing. Next thing up is Tactician. Now what this does is, and this is the important thing guys I was on about, Slam, Whirlwind and Execute, which means if you spam Slam, you have a 20% chance per target hit to reset the cooldown of Colossus Smash. Now this is going to be pretty cool if you got sweeping strikes up. Slam 2 targets, that's a 40% chance. If you Whirlwind 4 or 5 targets, you probably got a 100% chance. Same with Execute, if you hit with sweeping strikes, you got a 40% chance to reset the cooldown on Colossus Smash. So that negates that 45 second cooldown. And I feel that's going to make us have Colossus Smash up at least every 10 seconds. Because 20%, you're going to hit at least, say, 7 or 8 slams. You're guaranteed to get 1 proc at that time. Next up is Mastery, which is Colossal Might. This is the important one guys. Increases our damage of a Colossus Smash by 50%, which means it's going to do more damage. So you're going to want to proc as often as you can get it. So which means it's going to be like a hard hitting ability next to Mortal Strike, which I kind of like. And cause your opponent to take an additional 50% increased damage. So we're going to have 70% increased damage while we have Colossus Smash on the target. So this means that we're going to want to have this up as much as often as possible. Do a shit ton of damage. So you're going to want to be spamming down Whirlwinds when you see 2 or 3 targets around, just so you can get your proc of that Colossus Smash, smash them with that, smash them with a Mortal Strike, and laugh in their face as you smash them to the ground. There is also a thing where they say they're going to give you a chance to get some idea on how the talents are going to be based. Here's an example of an Iron specific talent called Titanic Might. Passive. Increases the duration of your Colossus Smash by 200%, but halves its effectiveness, which I'm not too sure about that, to be honest. I mean, 12 seconds sounds nice, which means if you got the proc every 10 seconds, you would have it up 100% of the time. But at the same time, it would reduce the effectiveness from 70% down to 35%. I kind of like the idea of having it up with a 70% for more burst, honestly. So next up is Fury. So first up we have Bloodthirst. Melee range, instant 4.5 second cooldown, which means it's gone up from a 4 second cooldown to a 4.5. Attack the target in a bloodthirsty craze, dealing moderate physical damage, generating 10 rage, and restoring 5% of your health. Now that's a lot, and now if the glyph is still available, then that's going to be like 10%, which is insane because it increases it by 100%. I don't think that's going to go through, guys. That's way too much healing. That's probably more than a DK. 10% every time you hit Bloodthirst? I don't think so. Bloodthirst also has an additional 40% chance to be a critical strike. And Rage has been changed, I think. What it does now is Bloodthirst critical strikes or activating Berserker Rage will enrage you, increase attack speed by 100% and damage taken is by 30% for 6 seconds. Now I think that's a tooltip error. It's saying damage taken. Is that how much damage you take or how much damage they take? I'm guessing it's 20% they take. So either way, anyways, 30% more damage when you're Berserker Rage. That's a lot, dude. I think Fury's looking pretty nice. Next up is Raging Blow. Raging Blow, 10 rage, melee range instant. A mighty blow deals damage, both weapons and strong physical damage, unusable while enraged. The usual Raging Blow. Next up is Rampage. 50 rage, melee rage, instant. Unleash a series of 5 brutal strikes over 2 seconds for a total of massive physical damage. Rampage always deals damage as if you were enraged. That's pretty nice, I like that. Execute. 30 rage, melee range, instant. Attempt to finish up a foe, causing massive physical damage, only usable on enemies that have 20% less health, so basically Execute's the same. But I do like the look of Raging Blow, it seems really nice. Mastery for Fury looks like it's the exact same as it was, increase the physical damage done while enraged. Additionally, to give you an idea of how some of the talents might work based upon this, here's an example of their Fury specific talents. Frenzy, 15 rage melee instant. Furiously slash the target, dealing moderate physical damage and increasing your haste by 5% up to stack to 5 times. Frenzy used to be a talent or something, in one of the old talents, I remember it. It was pretty cool, I like that. We're not going to do protection, guys, because this is more of a tank thing, but you guys want to, the notes will be in the description, that you guys can go check them all out. You're more than welcome to. And that's it for the warrior changes, guys. So guys, these are all the warrior changes for Legion. Hopefully more will be released in the future patches, and if I manage to get into the beta, I will definitely keep you guys more in tune on what's happening with warriors. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave the video a like and also a comment on your thoughts on what you thought about all of the things in this video. And as always, guys, this is Evylyn out. I love you all, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.